Hi there, this is Megan from Left in Knots, and today I am making a brief tutorial to show you how I cross stitch on single crochet. This video goes along with my Grids for Kids patterns, which are assembled into giant plush alphabet blocks. If you haven't yet, please visit the link below to see the free patterns for this project. So here I've got a swatch of single crochet fabric. It's 31 stitches wide by 31 rows long, and that's again to go with that Grids for Kids project. You could really do this on any size fabric, and you can see that it forms boxes similar to that you would see on fabric that you would normally cross stitch on. They are a little bit offset, but once you get your stitches in, you can't really tell. So for cross stitching on single crochet fabric, I like to use double strands of yarn. That makes a little bit bulkier X, and that covers most of the background color. You can see a little bit of green coming through, but not that much, and when you get further away from the project, it's even less noticeable. If you're worried about the bulkiness of the stitch or fabric distortion from using the two strands, you can always just use a single strand. More of the background color will show through, but for some projects that might not matter. So to get started with any cross stitch on crochet, you want to make sure you count your spaces and mark your center. So this mark here is just a scrap of yarn, and that is the center of my 31 by 31 piece of fabric. And this will just help make sure that your image is centered. So you can see that I've marked mine here, and then I've worked some stitches in already. And now I'm just going to show you how I cross stitch. I am a crocheter, not a cross stitcher. And so this technique might not be perfect, but it works for me, and I just wanted to share. Also, I have to note that I am left-handed, but hopefully any right-handed viewers can translate pretty well. So I've already got some partial stitches here. For this row in orange, I'm going to work a few more in. So I insert my needle, and I just go ahead and go through both holes right away. You could just thread through one like that and then come back up through like that, but I find it just as easy to thread through both right away and pull. And so there I've got the number of stitches that I needed in this section for orange. And so now I'm going to work backwards to finish that cross stitch. And working with the double strands, they might not always line up perfectly. Like I said, if you're not okay with that, or if you're not okay with the bulkiness, you can always work with single strands. It might look a little bit cleaner. It all depends on what outcome you're looking for in the project. So when you loop through both of those holes all at once, this goes pretty quickly. And then once you get to the end of that section, you can reference your grid and move on to your next row of stitches in that color. Mine starts up here, so I'm just going to jump across the back. It doesn't really matter what your back looks like, that's not going to be showing. And then you start the stitches over again. Just like that. Here I'm working on a little fox grid. Again, I'm making giant alphabet blocks, so F is for fox. I have grids A through C currently posted on my blog, and D through F will be up very shortly. And throughout the next month or two, I will get the entire alphabet up so that we can make the giant plush blocks, or you can Certainly use these grids in whatever other application your creativity takes you. But that is just a quick tutorial of cross stitching on single crochet.